Okay. I'm going to move this over here so you guys can see. Okay? So, if you do not have your mask done, if you do not have your sketches done, that's what you're working on, and you are keeping half an eye up here, I'm going to record this as well. Pardon? Well, it needs to be here. Okay. All right. So my clay is fairly soft. Anna and Kiera, are you with us?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Okay, first thing I want to do with my clay is I want to slap it into a ball. What does that do? If it's got any air bubbles, that will bring it to the surface. See my air bubble that just broke there? So you want to do that until you're not getting any air bubbles, but you're turning it to keep it round. So once it stops busting air bubbles, then you can roll it. Okay, so rolling it, I want a nice round surface to start with. Then, you know how you make the okay symbol with your hand, with your thumb and your pointer finger? Okay, I'm going to do that right around and turn this ball of clay. Now, if I'm making like a giraffe, if I drew a giraffe neck on my crazy monster creature, I might make this a little bit longer. I want to keep a bit. Okay, so right now it looks kind of weird. I'm going to start pulling a head shape out. Ooh, that looks more duck-like. I kind of think I might go duck-like. We'll put a bird head on mine. Okay, so I've got head and neck. That's your first step. Okay, then I'm going to turn this over so I'm looking at the bottom, kind of slightly opposite my head. And I am going to use my stick, and I'm going to cut it in an X like that. Then I'm going to take my thumb and open that up like petals of a flower. And then begin to squeeze. And there's a lump of really hard clay. I'm going to set that out and throw that away. If you find anything that feels like it shouldn't be in there, you throw it away. Okay, so now I've got some legs, but my head's turned the wrong way. So the clay should be soft enough. Twisting my head around. And I have a lot of clay in the middle. And I can take that like I'm making a pinch pot and use my thumb and really hollow that out, which can make the body of my animal bigger. Okay. Now, I kind of want to keep turning and looking and pushing this and pulling it with my fingers. And the nice thing about clay is if I mess it up, I can recycle it. Now you notice I did not get you any water because this clay is fairly soft. Whoops, I think I just took a leg and made a tail. But I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to put 2 front legs that are kind of elephantish, and then I'm going to divide my tail up into more feathers because I'm feeling Thanksgiving-y, turkey-ish sort of thing. Okay, I just got my monster crazy. I like him better than the elephant I did the other day. You see how it's light in color? And see how I have broken pieces? That's because this is bone dry and it's very fragile right now. So if I go moving that around right now, I'm going to break it because it's not been baked. So if I'm carrying it back to school, I want it to still look dark. Macy, I think your first one is still kind of leather hard. It looks dark, but it's firm. Okay, when we talk about clay, leather hard you can still do stuff to and is safe to carry around. Once it gets light in color like that, it's going to be fragile. Fragile, fragile. And I would keep working on this. And then I would take my tool and add some texture and detail. I don't want things too skinny. Why? Because they'll break before they're fired. So start kind of chunky. For eyes, I like to take like a ballpoint pen and retract it like that. And then twist that on there. Let's see if I can make that eye show up for you. That works pretty good. That's a little small for this critter. So I'm going to do something else. I'm going to take the end of a marker here that's got a round shape and press that in. Yeah, I like that size of eye better with that. And actually I like it with the little one and then the big one on it. So I would keep working on that. And it's going to dry as you work on it. And it may not get done today. So if it doesn't get done today, it's going to go back in the bag with the open end tucked under it. And then that can set on your spot at the table. Then I've got a little bit of clay on my hands. Hold up. Clay does not go down the sink. However, I'm going to just get it a little wet, and then I'm going to grab a paper towel and wipe off as much clay as I can, then go back and wash. Make sense? Yes. You do not want to put big lumps of clay down the sink. All right. So, you people at home have some newspaper or something down to protect your surface, and wipe your hands with paper towel before you clean. All right, and so Anna and Kyria, I know you guys both got your clay. If you have any questions, you can